Hello and welcome. Today we have a new release with Dwarf Fortress. The new update is finally out as of a few hours ago. This is 0.44, the Artifacts release. Basically, this release is all about sending our dwarves off to cause trouble in the world. There's a few more things in there, of course, but I guess the idea of this thing is to sort of bring us out of our fortress-only mode, and we can now sort of branch out into the world and start making trouble. Fighting elves, stealing artifacts, all kinds of good things outside in the world. I have a crazy dwarven child here at the moment. We'll show off first off. We'll show off the new museum that we have. Then we'll get into the world stuff. So first off, let's go check out my museum. I have on display here, a display case, an elf's skeleton. Some elf wandered into my fortress. We killed him. We set him on the pedestal here in the main museum. So as you walk in, there is a museum with an elf corpse, as well as there was a fish on that. So I guess someone ate it. But we can come in here. This is a pedestal we have. We can set something on here. Anything in the fortress we can throw on there. We've got like amulets. We have armor. We can throw. There's corpses in here somewhere. That's where I got the elf from. We can put coins. Let's put on a how about an amulet? A chalk amulet. There we go. Sounds good. So someone to come and grab a chalk amulet and throw the thing over there. We can make the thing into a museum if we want, like we have done before. And there we go. There is a museum. It works sort of like the inns and taverns and that sort of thing. You can't actually create the museum, I don't believe. You don't actually make it like an inn or a tavern. It's going to be just similar to it's going to be just with the keyword, like a bedroom or like like how bedrooms and offices work. So that is the new museums. I guess folks will come along and will come visit that. I have had some visitors earlier. I don't think I have anyone here at the moment, but I had some monster hunters came by and some relic hunters came by as well early on while I was here. And I just came to visit just to see what was going on. Even before I had my inn, they were here. Now, the big part to this release. Now, when we hit C, normally it pulls up just the civilizations in the world, like that. Well, now it brings up the world map. So now we are no longer just locked into our little place. We can actually go out into the world. So you can see me. I am right here on the X. The fingers of waving is where I am, and the respectful boots is my civ. If we want, we can go wander around and maybe take a look at the world. We can scroll through here. We can see how long it takes. Half a day's travel to get over here. We can send our folks on missions. We can also pull up a list of all the artifacts that are in the world as we go through here. So here we have this Frey Martyr, the revolting funeral, is over here at this dwarven fortress. You can even see what it is here. It's a large bone helm. Go down this way. We have Risk, known as some elf, was last seen hanging on to this steel gauntlet. If we create our own artifacts, like I was going to do, but I didn't have any metal bars, they would also be listed in this menu under our own fortress, and folks would come and maybe try to steal the thing from us. We have to defend that thing. We also have down here, let's go on a raid. How about that? So we can also see, like, there's a goblin fortress down here. 4,000 goblins in that fortress. We got 50 down here in this little one down here. There's 60 over here. Let's go mess with some elves. I think that's a good idea. We got 2,000 in this one over here. I was looking at it earlier, though. There's 100 there. There's only 60 in this one. Plus, they have a couple artifacts. They have Life with the Forest and Secret of the Stars. Now, we can send a raid over there, or we can go and steal a specific artifact through the artifact menu. Let's go ahead and set it up. So let's go ahead and raid this site. We're going to send in the Bronze Ocean Duties. I want all of you guys on that mission. We're going to leave one commander here. The rest of them are going to be going and traveling and setting out. It's, how long was that? It was like a 2-day trip, I think is what that was. And we're going to go see how this, go raid Confused Thorn. Excellent. Another thing, whenever we get visited by our traders, our dwarven caravan that comes in every fall to have a chat with us and trade items, they now tell us about news and rumors. It pops up in this menu now. So we can see all the news that happens around the world as it happens, I suppose. Let's see, what else? Well, so these guys are going to pack up and leave. There they go. You can see them walking out. Now they're walking out down here. The guys with the, if you're not familiar with ASCII, those guys walking out, there they go. They're now on a mission. There they are. They're going and raiding that mission. So in 2 days, they will return. I guess it's in 4 days. I will get news back. Unless they all die, I won't get anything back. But I will most likely, someone will return and tell me what happened, even if we do terrible here. Another thing we can also do is we have people. So if there's any sort of missing citizens anywhere in the world, we don't have any, but if we had someone missing, we could do that as well. We can go send on missions to go find these people, and that is the bulk of Fortress mode. We'll wait and see how our folks do if they find the missing, or if they have a successful raid against the elves. We'll see if that works and how it works. There's been a lot of updates along with adventure mode as well. We'll cover that later. We're just gonna talk about Fortress mode here for this one. There's also religious activity. We have monks and pilgrims and prophets will also come wandering by here. I did have a prophet a while back wandering through the site. A few elf, I think it was an elf pilgrim, I think was what came along earlier also. Not the one that I killed, though. We just killed a peddler. An elf peddler came walking by. But that is it. No one very interesting at the moment is here in the fortress. But let's fast forward here and wait for our raiders. And we'll see if we can get some information on these guys and see what they tell us about their trek over this way. Our raid wasn't the most successful of raids. Over here in, what was it called? Confused Thorn is where we set out. You can see that we now have 6 prisoners, 6 dwarven prisoners that we sent out there. They all got captured by the elves, so it didn't really go quite as planned. I did set up a second raid though over here at the goblin pits. They had a couple of artifacts here at the pit, so we sent out a mission to go capture their artifacts, and we did. So we go over here. Once my folks returned, you can see they have the bronze ocean duties have returned. That was my squad. Once they show up, and R pops up over here. You press R, and it'll show you all your mission reports from all the things that you have done, and the most recent ones will be up on top. So we set them out to recover classic trenches. That was the book at the goblin pits we went to go get. And as we selected this, will give us a detailed report on what happened. We can see the path they took. We can see that we slipped into bad romances undetected by the steamy jackal. We searched in bad romances. We found the classic trenches, and then we also found the trenches question. Both of those artifacts we managed to steal and run back. And indeed, they are in our inventory now. We can also set out another... we can try doing another raid down there, and we'll see if let's try another raid and see if we can get a little more successful here. So let's go and raid this one with the bronze ocean duties, and let's go see if we can actually do some killing. How many people are in there? We got all 10 of us here. All right. So they're going to set out, there they go, on their first goblin raid to hopefully do better than we did against the elves. Now, this is only like a half day's travel, so they'll be back in no time. Well, hopefully they'll be back in no time. And we'll get a report here as soon as they do, which you'll see the R pop up over on this side. There's been a lot of updates with adventure mode having to do with, you'll have like treasure hunters in the game, you have relic hunters. We got visited by a few of them. We've had folks come and stand and look at our pedestals over here. I set a chalk amulet on this one, and of course I have my elf corpse here. People are coming by and checking it out, including the turkeys. Going to check out the corpses that we have set up here. The bronze ocean duties have returned. We can hit R to bring up the report, and there it is. Bad romances report. So we set it that way. We slipped in undetected. The forces of the Hardy Rim searched bad romances and found nothing. The elf of the Steamy Jackal spotted the forces of Respectable Boots slipping out of bad romances. Well, I didn't want to sneak in. I wanted to raid the place. But okay, whatever. I guess if they had artifacts, it'd be a little bit better of a comeback, of an outcome. But at least we all survived. Nobody's dead. We all came back. So that's something. So anyway, we may do a separate video with adventure mode. But this covers the fortress mode and all the new stuff. I'm really excited about it because it finally gets us out of the fortress and finally able to sort of see what's going on in the world. And I really like that about it. And we also, by the way, we started up a war now. We actually have a war with both of these. We were at peace with both of them at the start of this game. I sent out both these raids, and we are now at war with them. So all of our dreams of being able to be at war with the elves have come true with this release. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.